Yo, what's up, Hunters? Steel Vico here, and welcome back to another video. And today I have a huge update video for you guys because, as you may know, it was a MEA break. Just like, it was MEA break last week. So I had a lot of time to get a lot of work done. So I have several update videos. I'm going to be releasing some creep files for you guys soon as well. Potentially today. That's my plan. That's my intent. Main reason that you guys didn't get an update video yesterday, or like, you know, earlier than like when I told you guys that I was gonna. Unfortunately, on Sunday, I ran out of time because we were working hard on the props, so I didn't really get a chance to make any videos. The good news is now you get one big update video versus one video that's like, hey, we did this, and no, we did this. So, yeah, let's just hop right into it, because there's a lot to show, and I only have about 15 minutes to make this because, upload times and stuff. So, yeah. So, as you can see, we kind of have gotten, I've been showing you guys, we got some props hung up. This is not where the things are going to be. It's highly unlikely that that's going to be the case. So, just so you know, the reason that I'm just panning around and this stuff is here, it's just to showcase to you guys what we've got so far. So, I'm going to talk about the things briefly, each thing briefly. So, we have disposed corpse, new garbage bag, because last year's one was destroyed. My mom has been helping me a ton with the characters, recently, like, getting them together and stuff. So, this year, she sewed the mannequin head basically into the hood, and she added, and this was really nice of her, because it makes it so much easier to work with this guy, Velcro here, and down here, because last year, it was a pain in the butt to, like, you know, I'd tape his mask on, and then I would have to switch his light on and off, because the switch is on the inside. Well, my mom made it so much simpler now, because all I have to do is potentially remove the garbage bag if that's on him. And then this Velcro makes it so much easier to put it back on and off. So I can switch the light on, his eyes on, like, with snap my fingers pretty much. So, big thanks to her for that guy. His lights do show through. I guess I'll show you guys that. I'm still getting used to finding the switch without being able to see it, so that's the only part that's kind of slow. You can see his lights are visible. I might cut holes again, so, like, you know, obviously, he's pretty much done. You know, just a few touch-ups and, maybe tinkering around with him a little bit. We have, all of this stuff is out here. Habeas corpus has been completely repaired. My mom was working really hard on him to get him put back together. She had to cut up the mask a ton to get it to work, so that it fit over better, and he's not gonna fall apart this year. Like, last year he fell apart, like, as soon as Halloween is over. He's stable right now, and as you guys can see, he now has a light in his eye, which should be cool. He was gonna have a light in both eyes, but, the wire split, and we decided not to solder it, and that it would look okay with just one. So, so we got that. So that's Habeas corpus. Expect a creep file of him coming out sometime soon, too, as well. You can see we got Farmer Marlin. I think he's pretty much finished. I think my brother might be planning on tinkering with him a little bit, potentially. We have Demongo. As you guys can see, he's a lot taller. His arms are actually staying up for the most part. He's got hands. He's so much better. You guys know what his light thing looks like. I put that back. I found it. It's all good. It's not missing. So, yeah. So he's got his hands going on. He's got new hands. He's got wings. He's evolved. yeah, so that's Demongo. Updated. I'm saving this guy for last. He's not finished, by the way. But, ton of progress. This will be Fungus Face's body. His body needs to be tinkered. This is Jason the Kid. I apologize, guys, but Jason the Kid isn't coming back, but Fungus Face is gonna, basically, we're using, Jason the Kid's body for Fungus Face. And plus, Jason the Kid was made quickly by my mom, just kind of randomly anyway, so it's not a huge deal. We have, Hovering Ghost, Floating Ghost. I know that's the name of a prop, but my brother created this guy. It's basically just a mask. There's a ghost light inside. He'll be showcased in one of our actual haunt build videos. At some point, you can see the ghost is actually right here. And so basically, this is the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, and you guys, he is not returning because the mechanism that the ghost thing, he didn't fly back and forth like I wanted him to, and I wanted the actual flying back and forth ghost, like, Bear, because I wanted to have him be out this year. So he's actually going to be just Bear, and so that's going to be neat because, you know, we'll have him back, and then we got my brother's Hovering Ghost here. As you can see, we got a skeleton, a pretty much life-sized 5 feet tall skeleton. He was $25, so or something like that. I think he was $30 actually, which is a pretty good deal considering usually they're $90, which is unfortunate. I don't get that really because it's like it's a skeleton. You know, it's like he doesn't do anything, so why is he like why is he the price of a prop? So I don't understand. But anyway, we got him for pretty cheap, so that was nice. And we're gonna corpse him. So a video on that at some point. Still quite a bit of work to be done, obviously, because nothing's in the yard. We went to Goodwill recently again. Didn't really pick up anything like, you know, like cool in and of itself. It's mostly just build stuff, which is equally important because you can't really have a yard hunt without anything, you know, that was built, really. So there are several things that are work in progress that I'm not going to mention in this video because it's not major yet, so it wouldn't really be exciting. It's not worth a while. This spider, we fixed it. So what we did was I mostly did. My dad gave me the suggestion to try to fix him. So I unscrewed all the parts and we realigned the string, just like the string that goes up and down, and how he works. So that's nice because I'm not sure exactly why it happened, but for some reason it got jammed up so it wouldn't go. But now it works. I'll show him at some point, not today. But, yeah. We have William Compton. He's going to have a body this year. He's currently a work in progress. Not much to say about him. He'll have arms. I'll show him later in a later video. He'll have an updated creep files because he's changed. So I figured that deserves an update. So this is going to be the animatronic shaking, swinging clown with a motion that looks kind of like this. It'll be like back and forth. I'm not sure if it's been a week yet, but so far, guys, I'll have to make an official video that, you know, like says, you know, just so that people know. But probably going to be Chuckles, I think. Chuckles. Which is already a name of an animatronic clown, but so is Giggles. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll do Chuckles, and I'll have it be Chuckles with a Z, if that's not already a thing. If it is a thing, then it'll be with an S, but it'll be Chuckles with a Z if it's not. So this is just his body so far. It's a work in progress because we don't have all the parts, because there's nothing to connect his head. So he's a work in progress, but that's his body. We have this monstrosity, which is awesome. My dad and brother worked together on this. This is Towering Nightmare. I think he might be animated at some point, but he is super tall. I don't know his exact number. He is at least 6 feet tall, I think. So, yeah, so he just looks awesome. He was made by my brother and dad, like I said. He's just super neat. Yeah, this is made by my brother. He might make a creep files about this at some point. I'm not sure. he was a lot of work to get to stay stable. So they finally got him, and he looks, I don't know, he's just awesome. So he's gonna be like, just kind of in his own area, just looking creepy. So more on him and on a later video when we actually decide exactly where he's gonna be. So yeah. And before I get to Eddy, I have one other thing to show you guys. By one other thing, I mean two, actually. I didn't take this into account. But, so, if you guys will remember last year, we had the Hidden Oaks Cemetery sign. And last year, by the way, this is the TV, so Vizia will be back. We just haven't moved this yet. Mostly because we need to get some of the stuff outside, because the upstairs is getting kind of cluttered, so we need to move some of the other stuff out first before we start working with that. But, so, last year, if you'll remember, this was completely white, except for it had orange Hidden Oaks Cemetery. Hidden Oaks Cemetery written in orange, just quickly spray painted. In my opinion, it looked really bad. If you ask my mom or my dad, they'll say it's alright, but it was free-handed by, I don't know who. I think it might have been dad or mom, not sure which one. And no offense to them, but it was free-handed, and it looked really bad, and I didn't think it really looked great. I mean, it kind of does match certain cemeteries, though, because there are cemeteries that are in, poor towns and stuff that are actually, free-handed like that. But anyway, we painted this with brushes, with that paint stuff. We put pieces of paper, which wasn't smart, and I'll explain why in a minute, over, letters with, they were pre-cut out letters, and we wrote Hidden Oak Cemetery, temporarily glued them down, painted this, and then we couldn't get the letters off after it was dry the next day. The letters just came off really badly, and they, left marks and stuff everywhere, there's, red and white and yellow. It looked terrible, honestly. And so it was well, that'd be okay, except for there were so many different colors. There was purple and yellow and stuff like that. I was except for it looks like something you'd find in a kindergarten. So we decided we'd have to paint over this with white, and we did. And as you guys can see, we got it pretty good. You can see several spots where I messed up and Mom messed up, but I think it looks pretty cool. In all honesty, and I think this is how we're going to leave it. One thing I just want to mention real quick is to expect a potential surprise coming at some point between the 26th to the 28th of October, which is getting pretty close. Expect a surprise video at some point. Not like a scary surprise video necessarily, just a surprise video, a treat for you guys. Something that you probably might not have suspected. Not startling or anything, I swear. Just a video that isn't a haunt build video or anything like that exactly. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys down here is, with this same paint, I painted this trident, which I also had to add a PVC pipe to, because this plastic right here is really cheap. So I had to add another one to make it just tall enough. Even then, it's still a little bit short. We painted this, we got it at Goodwill. I painted it myself, actually, with the same paint. And it actually came out pretty good. There are a few white spots, but that's alright. This is for Tri-Skull. This is Tri-Skull's trident. This is the stone color I'm going to use. Tri-Skull isn't going to be painted like that. This really, if I can find fabric that matches it pretty close, then I'll use that. But this is his trident. It's supposed to be stone. He's supposed to be kind of sentient. I think that might, no, not sentient. He's an ancient guardian, basically. So, Tri-Skull will be showing up this year. We just don't have the parts for him quite yet. Exactly. Simply because we're missing a few PVC connectors that are very important because of the way that his heads are. So, enough about that for now. More about that in a future build video, which by future I mean within a couple days, because Halloween's getting close and I'm excited, guys. So, make sure to comment down below if you're doing a haunt yourself and your favorite feature of that haunt, or if you are trick-or-treating, what are you going to be this year? And if, whatever, you don't want to say that, just tell me your favorite candy or something. Just tell me something unique about you for Halloween, just for fun. This isn't for, survey or anything. This is just, I just want to know. And I would like more comments, just I just like to interact with people, and I will respond to your comment. So